The rematch that so many have longed for is now upon us. For the second straight season, Clemson and Ohio State are set to do battle once again in the semifinal round of the college football playoff, with this year's matchup taking place in the Sugar Bowl. This is the game the Buckeyes have been hoping for after they felt like they were wronged in last year's 29-23 heartbreaking loss to Clemson in the Fiesta Bowl. The Tigers come in looking to move to 5-0 all-time against Ohio State, while the Buckeyes are attempting to make it back to the national title game for the first time since winning it all in 2014. Things to watch: 1. The revenge factor. Ohio State players and coaches have made their feelings perfectly clear. They have been waiting for this opportunity for a year now. They felt like the better team lost in last season's Fiesta Bowl and that they let one get away from them after jumping up 16-0 early. There is no question that this one is personal for the Buckeyes. However, they seem to be bordering on becoming overly emotionally invested, and that isn't always the best recipe for success. 2. Justin Fields' thumb. The Buckeyes quarterback sprained the thumb on his throwing hand in the Big Ten championship game, and it absolutely had an effect on his ability to throw the ball. How well that thumb is healed could go a long way towards deciding how this game plays out. When asked how the thumb was doing, both Fields and head coach Ryan Day would only say the quarterback would be ready to play. Fields has struggled to throw the ball against the two best defenses he played this season, and if that thumb leads to accuracy issues against Clemson, that could lead to a long day. 3. Clemson wide receivers. The Buckeyes secondary pretty much had their way with the Tigers receivers last season. However, the backend of the Ohio State defense isn't what it was a season ago. After moving out to corner, Shaun Wade has been inconsistent at times with his coverage and isn't nearly as physical at the line of scrimmage as the Buckeyes corners were last year. If Cornell Powell and E. Williams can win those battles on the outside, that sets up well for Trevor Lawrence and the Clemson passing game. 4. Clemson Pass Rush. Through their 6 games this season, the Buckeyes have not been very good at protecting Fields. Ohio State has been one of the worst in the FBS when it comes to sacks allowed, and the Tigers are one of the best in the country at getting after the quarterback. If Clemson can keep Fields uncomfortable in the pocket and force him into a couple of bad decisions, things could go sideways for the Buckeyes in a hurry. 5. Clemson DBs versus Ohio State WRs. This could be one of the biggest matchups of the game. Olave and Garrett Wilson are both elite-level wideouts, and the Clemson defensive backs will have their hands full covering the two outside receivers.